Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. So again, we are here for the High Road quests. So again, we're just going to talk to Rena. And our next quest here is Lost in the Swamp, bestowed by Eridan Kral. And again, we're going to head right back into the High Road. Now, if you had just completed that last one there, you can again just run around the edge directly to. But as we're doing them one at a time, you'll be able to see just one how to get there, which in this area really not that difficult. Alright, so this was our first quest here. So the next quest is just going to be down the edge here. Then we're going to have to go around that tree straight ahead. Alright, it also looks like we got another optional. Now this rare encounter here is kind of annoying, as it does depend on you doing it at night, which may mean you have to sit around waiting for nightfall to come around before that one to actually become active. So if you are going for all the rares, again, it is kind of annoying, but other than that, none of them are annoying. We got another one there. So the other one to point out here is actually this one right here, which actually didn't spawn in. Okay, so one you want to be on the lookout for is Rebels Underground Part 1. Simply because as you are doing that one there in particular, it will actually spawn in a portal, which will then lead to Rebels Underground Part 2, but ultimately it will lead all the way to the 7th journal, which the only way to actually obtain that journal is through the end there. Alright, so we also got a couple of other encounters out here. One of which being that giant wood woad right there. Alright, so the quest itself is located just right here. Kind of in the edge of the water here. Now, one thing I think they do need to change is with Reaper difficulty and the kind of the transition from heroic to epic, as the quest itself is 20 on elite, which means it is level 20 on Reaper difficulties, but obviously because it is base heroic of 18, doesn't actually allow you to properly go through and actually get that like Reaper XP unless you remain in the heroics. So it does make that a little bit difficult there. So first thing inside, we do have some breakables, just kind of in and about and around. Let's go do that. We'll also have this guy who jumps down from the top of the building, and simply we just want to talk to him here. From there, we will be able to head through our door and proceed deeper in. Now, there is a fairly large optional which can have some named items, so I will show you guys how to go about doing that one and where the chest is for that as well. As well, I will also, for those that are not interested, I will show you how to skip that optional altogether and just continue on with the quest. So the skip actually comes fairly quick and fairly early on, which is actually these shrines right here. So if you head off to the right, let's kill these guys here first. So yeah, if you head off to the right here, heading east, that will continue off deeper inside the quest. If we head off to our left and kind of head north, this will lead you to the optional. Now the optional is actually to talk to these wraiths right here and essentially help them out. Alright, so when you talk to them, kind of want to get some information, and you just want to basically let them know that you're going to free them. At this point, it does spawn in some enemies, and basically you just gotta defeat the enemies. So it's a simple wave fight, though again, these enemies can be tough, especially with the will-o-wisps if your character isn't built for, you know, evasion or anything like that. Now with will-o-wisps, force damage is really handy as they take additional force damage. And once you're done each wave, you'll see the wraith disappear, and then we're going to continue on to the next one, and then the next one, and next one. Alright, so what we want to do is just kind of head around here. We've got some tree branches we can head across, or you can just literally run across the water. And here we go for our next one. Oh, it seems my evasion is also not working again. Alright. So here we go. I will free you. And again, just same thing. And you just want to take them out. Alright, and again, once everyone is eliminated, they're gonna disappear and continue on. Now our last one is actually going to be right here, heading north. And we want to talk to him again. I'm gonna say that we sent him to free, how to break the curse, get the key and free you. So he kind of goes on and explains a little bit more. That it's not just a standard beat down and kill, though it is. Alright, once everyone is freed, he's actually going to break the wall here, allowing us to continue north.
The tunnel behind Callie's spirit leads deep
And
into
we're
the
going to want to
canyons.
hop into the water.
But for the echoes of
So
dripping
the water here, only one person really needs to head in here. And you're going to want to make the immediate right in the water, heading east. And you'll be able to swim around and grab the green key here. Now, once you have it, that's all you need to do here in the water. And then you're going to want to pop our heads up. And we'll be able to use this green key to go through the door. Now in here, we have a few more guys. These ones being undead. And then we have another door which is locked, so you can go ahead and use open lock, pick lock, however you want to get in. And you want to head in here. Now, like before, it's just going to be beat down. These ones are going to just be more undead. Killing everyone will get the completion there and give you a nice little extra chest here. Nothing special in this one. However, it also gives us a final optional to recover the treasure from under the waterfall. So this one here, it also gives us a nice set of shrines coming here too. But this one here, if we head kind of down back to this main room, there is a waterfall in the water here. And the chest is literally just, as I said, under the waterfall. Now, if you come to this chest before you complete the optional, the chest is locked and you're unable to get in. So you do need to complete that in order to actually open up the chest. Now, again, this chest can have some named items, such as this whisper chain here. So we can go ahead and grab that there. And yeah, so you get some pretty nice items out of there. Mainly that whisper chain. And then finally, we've now completed this optional section here. And we want to exit to the south and make our way back to that first set of shrines here, where we had split up to actually head for the optional. Now, what some people like to do is just have one or two people continue on with the quest itself while the others are doing the optional. That way it does still continue to, you know, make some progression towards the quest. Alright. So as we get here, we do have some dryads, which I absolutely hate. As to kill them, you gotta destroy their trees, and sometimes it's just annoying to target their trees. As well as some other enemies here. Now, once we're done, again, we just want to push forward off to the north. And, well, kill everybody. Once everybody dies, it will make this bramble bush right here a targetable, breakable, and we can break that to continue forward. As you can see, these enemies, even in heroic, they are a little bit tanky, so you may just want to watch out. But if you are doing these at like level 20, they really shouldn't offer too much, especially with all that extra damage you can get from your epic destinies. Alright, so we're going to continue on, doing the same thing here again. And really just pushing our way deeper inside the quest. Again, if you get to the end here and you still can't get through, it just means there's somebody somewhere still left alive. Except for these dryads. There we go. And you're going to want to continue right up until you see Seamus here. Again, talk with him. It'll make our wall breakable. And we're on to our, basically our last part of this quest here. Or rather, the last little push. So once you get into the end here, it's gonna have, just again, some more guys. But it will eventually move into kind of bigger rooms, as you're already noticing here. But there we go. Here's our next big room, and it's gonna see our end boss here. Though there is a kind of sandstorm or windstorm around her, we can't actually hurt her. And then she heads through the barrier. She summons some enemies. All we gotta do is take them out. Once the enemies are down, we can move through the barrier. We gotta do this a couple of times. And then it is the actual final fight. So this is kind of like the pre-fight waves of enemies. There's our first one. Then again, same thing. Now those earth elementals aren't actually supposed to spawn in until after you defeat this wave. And yeah, so once the earth Ellies die, it's going to proceed to our last section here. Which again, one more of these fights, so again, last one. At least the music in here isn't too bad. We've got some nice little bongo jams going. Alright, so again, earth elementals are down. We can proceed in. So we are done with that style of wave fights. Now we actually have just the end fight. Now, in here, if you head to the very back corner here, you can actually climb up on this ledge here. Actually find the proper jumps here. Just give myself a better jump. So yeah, you can actually jump up on these ledges, and then up top here, it is a little bit difficult to actually make these jumps, especially heroic. There we go. But they actually are where your traps are going to be, are up on top of all these here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give them a little assistance here. Now once they beat the first wave, which they had just gone and done, kind of spawns another wave of just some elementals. So yeah, if you got a trapper, you're going to want to make your way up top here, actually grabbing them all, jumping from platform to platform. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit more difficult. So we've gotten the traps from all these ones, minus these two here. But these pillars up here, on the other side, also have them. So you'll notice at this point, we do only have tamper. In order to get the rest of them, we do have to jump across. Now, obviously the one that we want to jump to is that pillar there. But it is a long jump, so there's two pillars that you can jump from. Both of them are fairly about the same distance. Now, you do want to have as high a jump as you can, as well as a great movement speed and a little bit of luck. Now, if you happen to have like the dragon wings or anything like that, that'll give you that push, Monk's Abundant Step, that'll definitely help you get over there. I unfortunately do not have that, so it's a little bit tougher for me, so I'm going to give it one more go. If I'm not able to do that, at least you guys are aware of where they are, how to do it. But it is definitely not an easy jump to make. I wasn't actually able to make the jump. So yeah, it's just rough. So anyway, as they're fighting, so after that wave of earth elementals, it's going to spawn in two named earth elementals. And you're just going to want to take them out as well. Now once they drop, it will then spawn in the big bad boss, which is behind our barrier here. And yeah, you just want to go hog wild. And there you go. So yeah, there is that extra random loot chest up top here if you want to make that jump. But the end chest here is actually going to be heading towards the door here on the far east. You can grab the chest. This one will have the chance to contain named items, which doesn't really look like we're getting any here. Give it one more try. Yeah, nothing for me. So anyway, but yeah, that's the quest. As you see, it took us 19 minutes. Got a decent amount of experience and a little bit of bonus optional experience as well. So it's definitely a nice little quest here. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one all.